Because of the fact that he's won decisions by, playing it safe, people that just don't get excited about him and they recognize him with the all-time greats. He's the best ever.
Yeah, I believe so.
You're seeing just like a totally different beast. He's
Just
super
nonstop,
nonstop, and you can't
relentless.
You can't keep up with that.
Shakur, he boxes because he does step back, but then he comes in and jabs and tries to counter. That's boxing.
Joe Rogan responded to Shakur Stevenson's commanding victory over Teofimo Lopez by hailing him as one of the greatest fighters ever. He emphasized Stevenson's accuracy, disciplined approach, and composure amid the chaos of the ring, illustrating how natural ability combined with relentless dedication can achieve dominance at the sport's highest level.
Hard work. It's just hard work. I believe that, but man.
Yeah, but state of mind too. Like he believes it mentally.
But it's the amount of hard work is extraordinary to get to that.
Stevenson put on one of the most polished performances of his career, outmaneuvering Teofimo Lopez across 12 rounds to claim the WBO Junior Welterweight Championship and secure his 4th world title in a different weight class.
Action of it, man. Let me tell you, Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the 4th round.
After the 4th round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. It's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. He wanted him to do better, but, this is boxing.
The fight ended with all 3 judges scoring at 119 to 109, a decisive margin that highlighted just how thoroughly Stevenson controlled the matchup.
Just beautiful performance by Shakur, dominant, only lost a round. Was there any moment you had any doubt, or I don't know, but as the fight progressed, what were you seeing?
Well, actually, once I seen that he couldn't handle our hand speed, I really felt comfortable with that, I felt, that we could take risks and do more and whatnot, and as the fight went on, it seemed like it just got better, We was hoping that the pace would, kind of kick in with him and slow him down, but I think he did to a point, but I think, his overall performance, he did well, like I said, we give a lot of respect to him. He's a formidable opponent, and Shakur just stayed with the game plan and just outscored him. We wanted to get ahead on the scorecards from the beginning, and so we took it from there and just tried to stay ahead.
Joe Rogan remarked that what he has always respected most about Stevenson is his exceptional defensive skill and technical expertise in the ring.
Shell since Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
His defense was incredible.
Yeah, defense, and he stayed. And that guy was putting the guy from Golden Boy. I can't remember his name. Who he fought, but was just a good fighter and was really pressuring him. And Shakur stayed in the pocket.
Yeah,
he stayed in the pocket because people were calling him a runner before. He's not a runner. Yeah,
but he said after that fight, "I'm not going to fight that way anymore." He said I took too many shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he wanted to put on a show and show everybody he's not just a runner. He could stand in the pocket. Right. Then he's like, "Why am I doing this? I'll box the shit out of these motherfuckers."
Yeah. I mean, he's a silver medalist, that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's elite. He's elite. Yeah. And just one of the best. It's as far.
What stood out in Stevenson's performance was how seamlessly he combined his defensive skills with his offensive strategy.
I thought that Teo is an elite guy, and he basically made him look quite average tonight. 4-division world champion, 28 years of age. What can you say?
Did anything surprise you about Teo's performance tonight? Because I almost feel like he's running out of ideas. But
I just think Shakur looked strong. Shakur looked like he was punching very hard. His jab was on point. His footwork was incredible. It's his timing. It's his fitness. He's a complete fighter.
Is Conor Benn realistic for Shakur Stevenson next?
Hold on, guys. You can't go through there.
No. Conor Benn next.
We gotta get through.
We love that.
Shakur Stevenson recognized Lopez's bravery for risking his title, tweeting, "Thank you for the opportunity. TEO." I respect you for having the courage to put it on the line, unlike many others. On fight night, Lopez appeared visibly dejected and frustrated. Struggling to land any sustained defense, he left his corner clearly disappointed after a bout that never swung in his favor.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing,
Your
man?
thoughts on tonight?
Just grateful to be here, man. That's all.
You put on a performance tonight and unfortunately came up short, but what was it that surprised you about Shakur Stevenson?
Nothing at all, man. Just didn't come with the right plan. That's all. Better man won tonight. Good fan.
Do you feel like you'd like to run it back at some point with Shakur? I know you're someone that always wants to event like that time Kambosos beat you. You want to do it straight away, right?
I will see what happens next, man. I'm gonna let my team do the work on that.
Teofimo, appreciate the time.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Bill Haney publicly praised Shakur Stevenson's performance, highlighting his tactical skill and effectiveness in the ring, posting, "Great execution by Team Shakur." Analysts and fellow fighters quickly weighed in on social media and in commentary, describing Stevenson's showing as a masterclass, not just an offense, but in limiting damage as well. Observers noted that Lopez struggled throughout because every attempt to press the action was met with Stevenson's precise lateral movement, timing, and clean counterpunching. Even when Lopez tried to mount a rally, particularly in the middle rounds, Stevenson's defense remained flawless, forcing Lopez to continually reset and rethink rather than close the distance.
I
told y'all, man, 9-3, man. But I think Teo lucky. How many rounds they gave him? Did they give him a round? Fucking bum. Get Teo out of here.
What could Teo done differently in this fight?
Nothing. He couldn't do nothing. He tried everything. What his dad said? I told everybody. That's what his dad said, right? I told everybody. Get out of here, man.
At what round did you feel like it was going to be just a takeover?
First round. I said it, first round. It's over with. It's going to be like this all night, man. All night.
Richardson, what's going to be next for Shakur Stevenson from now? What is going to be next after this?
I don't know. Whatever he want to do, man. Whatever he want to do.
Before the Stevenson versus Lopez fight, veteran trainer and commentator Teddy Atlas broke down the matchup, noting that while both fighters possess elite athleticism and skill, Lopez's mental preparedness could be the key factor in the outcome. Atlas recognized Lopez's power and physical tools, but also pointed out his inconsistency against top-level opponents, suggesting that if Lopez wasn't fully focused and mentally ready from the opening bell, Stevenson's disciplined, technical style could exploit those weaknesses.
Listen, to me, you got to start with Teofimo's mindset. I mean, he's a terrifically talented fighter, but he can be hot and cold. And I think the hot and cold isn't really attached to his physical abilities or condition. I think it's mental. I think, is he in a mental good place? Is he mentally in a good place? I think that, I don't know if we know that for sure, but when he's in mentally a good place, he's a hell of a fighter. I think that what's interesting about this is that he might be the first fighter that Shakur has ever faced that can match him athletically. Speed, quickness, and surpass him in power. But match him with hand speed and leg speed. So that makes it very interesting. I'll tell you something that nobody would dare to say because it sounds ludicrous.
This view fit into a larger pre-fight narrative highlighting that Lopez, while capable of moments of brilliance, has at times brought emotional volatility into high-stakes contests, something that can shift momentum if not carefully managed. In contrast, Stevenson's measured approach, defensive intelligence, and calmness under pressure appeared perfectly suited to exploit any mental lapses from Lopez, underscoring that this fight was as much a battle of minds as it was of physical skill.
I think if Teo, look, Shakur's terrific, and he looked great in his last fight, but I think that if Teo is right mentally, he could possibly outbox Shakur. Nobody would think that.
What makes you say that?
Because of what I just said, his athleticism. He can match him athletically. And he's got a good enough IQ of this sport in the ring where I think that he could, if he has the right strategy, and he's right mentally, I said that already, but he could actually make Shakur come out of his comfort zone and have to come forward, which is really not his forte. His forte is to be a great defensive fighter, turn defense into offense, and be a great counterpuncher. he could maybe make him come, like, get off, get out, use his legs, and maybe put the emphasis on Shakur to have to go take the risk. That would be interesting.
There's another fight that's been announced today, Chisora against Wilder. Two guys coming to the end. What do you make of that fight?
I just don't want to see nobody get hurt. I think that, you know, I love Shakur. He's one of my favorite people in the sport to be fighting.
Stevenson ranks among boxing's most technically accomplished fighters. A former Olympic silver medalist, he has maintained an unbeaten professional record. Renowned for his elite defense, southpaw movement, and pinpoint accuracy, Stevenson has progressed through multiple weight classes and is now aiming to capture a world title in his 4th division. He has openly expressed his goal of building a legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats, not merely as another champion. Stevenson asserts that his combination of skill and ring intelligence will overpower Lopez, stating that he has already faced the best of Lopez and believes he operates on a higher level.
People think the fight with Teo is either going to be you delivering a masterclass
or a knockout by Teo.
Yeah, or you getting into some type of brawl with Teo and end up getting knocked out, right? What are fans getting wrong about the matchup?
I think the fans is getting wrong about the matchup is where I'm not sleeping on that I know about Teo. Teo's a good boxer.
Mm-hmm.
He's boxer first. So we could say, oh, he's just going to knock you out. Or he's just going to... That's not him. He's boxing first. He's going to want to establish distance and range on the outside and try to beat me up on the outside. So I think that's the main thing. And also the biggest thing that everybody don't realize with me, I could punch.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody say, oh, he can't punch, and then boom, crack somebody, and then they laying down or something may happen to where they hurt or something like that. So I think that's two big things where they don't understand.
Stevenson's move up to 140 pounds marks a significant milestone in his career, as it represents his first professional fight at that weight against an established champion, Teofimo Lopez, instead of starting with a tune-up bout. Many analysts consider this his most difficult challenge to date, as he steps out of his lightweight comfort zone to face a physically stronger opponent who has held and successfully defended the WBO junior welterweight title multiple times.
Set this fight up, and I honestly did it because I wanted to push myself. I know that Teo is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level, and I feel like, well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough set, so I'm ready.
Who were some of the other options you had?
Lamar Roach.
That would have been a real good fight, man. But I mean, Teo, he's a bigger name though, so I see why you went with him.
Yeah, bigger name, and also he got the more accolades. He's been undisputed before. He's on one belts at 35, one belts at 30, at 40. So he's more accomplished. So I know that would be a better name on my resume.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that this is going to be a tough fight for you.
I mean, they absolutely right to have their opinion. I already know this guy's good. I done came up in the amateurs with him. I chose this for that.
Ryan Garcia took to social media following Shakur Stevenson's decisive victory over Teofimo Lopez to share his perspective on the fight at Madison Square Garden. On X, he criticized Lopez's approach, writing, "Not a good game plan from Teofimo," pointing out that Lopez struggled to adapt and was consistently outmaneuvered by Stevenson's disciplined strategy. Garcia's remarks reflected the broader view that Lopez appeared out of rhythm throughout the bout, unable to create openings or disrupt the undefeated southpaw.
I mean, it didn't seem like it, but did Teo, I don't know, present any issues, or was there any adjustments he made that you guys had to adjust back to, or?
No, because, a lot of the stuff that he did, we were familiar with and we game plan for. So when we seen it, it was pretty much what, he didn't bring his problem, he didn't bring anything different to the ring that he's been doing. When you plan for a fight like this here, then you gotta have another game plan, a plan A, a plan B, a plan D. So you only have one plan. He thought that he was faster than us, and he thought that Shakur was slow, so that's where he made his biggest mistake at.
Right. Did Shakur ever, I think at one point he said something about, he just said that he's stronger than him or something like that.
Man, he ain't nowhere near as strong as me, so, that worked to his advantage and to his confidence.
All right, Shakur, so now that
I think Teo felt the difference, you know what I'm saying? So, you see, he wasn't aggressive. He didn't try a lot of stuff.
Terence Crawford spoke highly of Shakur Stevenson, calling him the next major star in boxing following Crawford's retirement. He noted that Stevenson possesses all the skills, tools, and talent required to reach the pinnacle of the sport. Crawford believes that a victory over Teofimo Lopez would cement Stevenson as a 4-division world champion and could elevate him to the top of the pound-for-pound rankings. As a 5-division world champion himself, Crawford even suggested that Stevenson has the potential to eventually match or surpass that level of achievement.
Now the time for Shakur Stevenson. Now that you've sort of sailed off into the sunset, done your thing in boxing, is he the sort of heir apparent to what was your throne? Do you look at him and go, you've all the ability, you've all the tools, obviously you're friends as well as just someone who you've been in the gym with. Is he that guy now who becomes pound for pound #1 if he beats Teofimo Lopez?
Well, yeah, for sure. When he beats Teofimo, he'll be a 4-weight world champion. You know, I'm a 5-weight world champion. I can see him becoming a 5-weight world champion as well. You know, Shakur got all the tools and all the abilities to do bigger and better things than me, and that's what I'm hoping for him to do.
People have compared you to the 4 Kings, just something different. Who was your favourite of the 4, and stylistically, if you could have fought one of them prime for prime, who would you choose?
To be honest, I think I had a little bit of all of.
Crawford responded firmly to the antics of Teofimo Lopez Sr., making it clear he has no interest in getting involved in their attempts to stir up drama. He explained that Lopez's father was trying to provoke him with antics designed to hype a fight, but since Crawford is retired, he has no intention of engaging. While acknowledging that promoting a matchup is normal in boxing, he stressed there's no reason to pull him into it now that he has stepped away from the sport.
Something earlier with you and Teofimo Sr. I know there's been a little bit back and forth, more from Teofimo's side. You approached your father. You told him something. What is it that you told him? Because I know he was trying to like get some antics towards you, and it didn't get to you.
No, I just told him about himself. He know what I said, but he got to stop being a clown, you know? Like, everybody not with the clown antics and things like that just because he want to sell a fight. It's cool to sell a fight, but I'm not fighting. Leave me alone. I'm retired. You don't got to make antics at me, you know?
When Shakur Stevenson was asked afterward if he felt he had mentally broken Teofimo Lopez during the fight, he confidently said yes. Stevenson explained that Lopez seemed more focused on lasting through each round and reaching the final bell than actually executing his usual game plan. He described his own performance as calculated and systematic, saying he was able to dismantle Lopez piece by piece, exposing openings and breaking through his defenses as the fight went on. Stevenson also noted that early in the bout, he could tell he had a clear physical advantage.
I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape. And T.O., he's a hell of a fighter, but I was the better man tonight.
Guys, just raise your hands, please, and the microphone will be brought to you. Thank you.
Look, congratulations, man. Great performance, obviously. Did you feel at some point that you demoralized him and he was just kind of trying to get to the finish line?
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
Did you think you was really going to beat him up that way?
Yes. Yes. I've been told you this. I told you this a minute ago. I said he's not on my level, and I proved it tonight. And shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, bro. You're a hell of a fighter. I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you went there and did what you were supposed to do. You dig deep and you did what you were supposed to do, and I'm proud of you, bro.
Shakur, hell of a fight, hell of a performance, right in the front. In the front, right in front. You seem to make it look real easy tonight. You know, it was, it had to be very frustrating for T.O.
Keyshawn, at the party.
What did you make of Shakur Stevenson's performance? And how do you rate Teofimo Lopez's effort? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.